Hello everyone, welcome to Essence of Life course. Today we are going to continue with the Wellness through Ayurveda module 1.2. In the previous module, we had learned about doshas in relation to body parts. Kapha in the upper part, Pitta in the middle part of the body and Vata in the lower part of the body, lower below umbilicus. Let us see today about the doshas. So, in the childhood time is the kapha dominance, young age is the pitta dominance, whereas old age is vata dominance. This is according to life. Now, doshas and the time of the day. This is very important part, as this timing is in relation of lifestyle disorders. So, you will see the timing as to start with 2 a.m. in the early that is night time, 2 to 6 a.m. is the vata period, 6 to 10 a.m. is the kapha period and 10 to 2 is the pitta period. So, if we see all just for the example, if you see we have our breakfast in the kapha period, we have our lunch in the pitta period, and in the vata period actually we should have our dinner by 6 o'clock. So, that is towards the end of the vata period and beginning of the kapha period. So, why this time is important? There is a definite relationship between the movement of the tridosha and movement or passage of time. The increase or decrease of these three humors in the body is related to the cycles of time. So, morning from sunrise till 10 o'clock is the time of kapha. Because of the predominance of kapha humor at this time, one feels energetic and fresh and also a little heavy. At mid-morning, kapha slowly merges into pitta. From 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon is the time when pitta is secreted and hunger increases. One feels hungry, light and hot. The afternoon from 2 o'clock until the sun sets is the time of vata, when one feels active, light and supple. Early in the evening from about 6 o'clock until 10 is again kapha time, a period of cool air, inertia and little energy. Then from 10 at night till 2 in the morning are the peak hours of pitta, when our food is getting digested. So, early in the morning before sunrise is again vata time, and because vata creates movement, people awaken, that is we awake at this time and excrete waste. So, breakfast should be eaten early in the morning between about 7 and 8 o'clock. Pitta and vata people should eat breakfast. However, eating at kapha time will increase kapha in the body. So, people of people of kapha constitution should not eat breakfast. It is best to eat either early breakfast or eat lunch at the beginning of pitta time, that is between 10 and 11 in the morning. So, it is better to eat when the sun is up, for the sun is closest friend of man. Eating late at night will completely change the body chemistry. Sleep will be disturbed and one will have unsettling dreams, so that upon awakening one will not feel rested. We must have experienced this many times. If dinner is eaten at 6 o'clock, by 9 the stomach will be empty and sleep will be sound. If the time of eating is changed so that meals are taken in keeping with the rhythm of the tridosha, a drastic change in one's living habits will occur. This all is important for lifestyle disorders. So, basically this set of timing we all have to understand very well. Now, let us understand relation between doshas and the seasons. You will see that summer and fall that is from May to October is the Pitta period. From fall, that is October to January, winter period, that is a Vata period. And from January to again May, it is a Kapha period, that is spring. Basically spring is the Kapha period. So spring, March through the May, we can say March spring season starts. So March through May is the junction between winter and summer. Okay. So here what happens? Kapha is aggravated in early spring and Pitta in the later part of the spring. In early spring, the accumulated Kapha of winter is liquefied and slowly dries. The heat of the later spring increases heat of Pitta in the body, encouraging Pitta disorders such as summer diarrhea, burning eyes, sunburn, hives, rash, dermatitis and burning feet. It can be demonstrated therefore that changes in the time of day and season produce changes in the bodily humours, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Awareness of these changes helps one to keep in touch with the flow of energy in the external and internal environments. So, we have to understand seasons in relation with doshas for many of the disorders. Tridosha with taste agents like Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So, to increase the supplement Vata, for Vata we have to take pungent, bitter and astringent taste. Whereas to decrease it we have to take sweet, sour and salt. For Kapha, to increase Kapha, sweet, sour, salt and opposite to decrease Kapha, pungent, bitter, astringent. Pitta, to increase Pitta, sour, salt and pungent, whereas to decrease we have to take sweet, bitter, astringent. So, many times we see that whenever we get heat or acidity, we have to take sweet, bitter and astringent products. Doshas and their functions. So, what are the functions of certain doshas? That is, Vata has a movement or separation, Pitta has a conversion or transformation and Kapha has cohesion or liquidity. Functions of Vata. Vata promotes and regulates the activities of mind. Vata governs the intestinal motility, facilitating the downward movement of food we consume. Vata governs whole process of respiration. It generates consciousness and expression. It stimulates the activities of Pitta and Kapha. It assists in the fusion of sperm and ovum to create the zygote, ensures its healthy development and expulsion from the uterus. It stimulates the expulsion of waste from the body. What are the functions of Pitta? Pitta generates and maintains some natural urges like hunger, thirst. It also represents various secretions responsible for digestion. It regulates the complexion and luster of skin. Pitta helps in maintenance of vision. Pitta supports certain mental phenomena like intellectual comprehension, conviction, courage. It causes thermoregulation, which is an important function of Pitta. To come with functions of Kapha. Kapha maintains the structural integrity and confines individual organs to their specific location. It protects the bodily organs against physiological injury. Kapha imparts immunity against diseases. It maintains the fluid balance. And mental phenomena like intellectual stability, determinations are governed by Kapha. Then we are going to learn about properties of doshas. So, each dosha has some of the properties. We will continue this in the next slide.